For the next session, we will begin with the 3MT session where Dr. Izzah will be our moderator. With that, good luck everyone and enjoy the session.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Sabrina, our host of the day. So, first of all, Assalamualaikum and good evening. First of all, I would like to welcome all the professors, lecturers, students, all the guests to 3MT competitions under the CSPC 2022. So I'm the moderator of 3MT competitions. So I'm Dr. Izzah. Okay, so maybe some of you has aware what is 3MT is about, but just let me explain briefly. 3-minute thesis or 3MT competitions is a kind of innovative way for the students to challenge themselves to express the whole research of their topics or their thesis in only 3 minutes time. So we hope that from this competitions, students will be able to improve their communication skills as well as able to present their innovative research in a precise way. Okay, so with that, so these are the list of participants that are going to be compete by in this session. So there are 10 students from the schools of computer science, and so now this is the schedules of these 3MT competitions. So you may download these schedules from the CSPC 2022 website, and you can also scan the QR code. Okay, so next, ladies and gentlemen, okay, so I would like to introduce the honorable judges as the panel for these 3MT sessions of the day. So the judges are Associate Professor Dr. Chia Yuen, TS Dr. Chiu Yin Zing, Associate Professor Muhammad Azam Osman, Dr. Muhammad Halim Muhammad Noor, and Dr. Zarul Fitri Zaba. Okay, so, all right. So I would like also introduce the important person behind these 3MT sessions. Okay, so this session is advised by Dr. Pantia and Tai Yi Wei as the coordinator, and also Kevin Lim as the timekeeper. Okay, so without this important person, so we won't be have here today. All right. Okay, so okay, so they're all 3MT participants. So I would like to, before we start, I would like to read out these rules. Okay, so please do not move outside this designated area during the presentation. Okay, and then turn off your phone on the silent mode, please. Okay, next, there is no Q&A sessions in these 3MT competitions. Okay, and next, please keep an eye for the presentation time. Okay, so the presentation which exceeded 3 minutes, and they will be negatively marked. All right, so when we first start the presentation, I will ask the participant to be ready in the front, and there will be one bell to ring to notify the participant to start. Okay, so after 2 minutes and 30 seconds, there will be again 2 bells will ring to again notify the participant. And after the time is reached 3 minutes, okay, so there will be 3 times the bell will be ring again. Okay, so and I will ask the participant to wrap up the presentations. Okay, all right, so next is the judging criteria. All right, so you may look the details of this judging criteria through the QR code. Okay, so I think it's also available on the website. Okay, so All right, so now let's start. The first presenter, please invite our first speaker, Haifa Saleh. All right, so please get ready. Okay, so please, please get ready here. Okay. Okay, are you ready? So once
Yes.
the bell start, you can start the presentation, okay?
Okay, one day my son came back home crying. He didn't tell me what happened, but over weeks he started losing his weight and feel a severe anxiety. So upon investigation, I figured out he was being bullied by some of the school kids. So they were saying nasty words about him online and social media. So guess what's the worst thing here? There were so many instigators who were the bully's friends. They were giving strength to the bully toward the victim. But also there were defenders who tried to defend the victim and stop the bully from his act. So those instigators and defenders are called bystanders. So my question is that, do you think those bystanders influence that cyberbullying toxicity? The answer of this question will be in my thesis that titled by The Influence of Bystanders in Cyberbullying. So I plan to detect cyberbullying in Twitters based on a whole session of a tweet, the whole threads, to capture the bystander replies or the bystander comments. Then I plan to measure one of the key criteria of cyberbullying definition, which is power imbalance criteria. This criteria means that the bully has to be more powerful than the victim, and the victim cannot defend himself toward the bully. So I plan to measure this criteria through looking at the number of instigators as a power for the bully and the number of defenders as a power for the victim. I expected this will enhance and improve the cyberbullying detection accuracy and will detect more categories of cyberbullying through looking at the level of the toxicity. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Haifa, for great presentations. Okay, so I will give a minute to the panels to fill the marks, okay? So our next speaker will be Idris Nauma. So, okay, please be ready. Okay, judges, so how's everything? All right, okay, so judges looks happy. Okay, all right, so now let's proceed with the second presenter. So are you ready, Idris? Okay, so once the bell rings, you can start.
Small and medium enterprises, popularly called SMEs, are the economic foundation of many countries. However, performance of service-based SMEs in northwestern Nigeria is low, and their failure rate is high. I wanted to know why and how I can contribute to improving their performance. Literature reveals traditional media as the dominant marketing strategy of Nigerian service-based SMEs. However, customers are now social customers addicted to Facebook and have little or no time for traditional media. Consequently, marketing efforts of Nigerian service-based SMEs are not getting to the target audience. But SMEs in many other countries, in recognition of Facebook addiction among modern customers, have equally adopted Facebook as their marketing strategy and have reported great improvement in their business performances. In Nigerian context, Facebook is the most widely used social media among Nigerian customers, but surprisingly, Nigerian service-based SMEs are hesitating the adoption of Facebook as their marketing strategy due to a lack of awareness of its benefits and also doubt about its suitability to their businesses. Nigerian SMEs face financial and technical constraints, but however, Facebook is cost-effective and easy to use. Moreover, apart from smartphone and internet connection, no any other infrastructure is necessary for its adoption as a marketing strategy. So to address this problem, I conducted an empirical study, which is an online survey on the impact of Facebook adoption on financial and non-financial performance of Nigerian service-based SMEs in northwestern Nigeria that have already adopted Facebook as their marketing strategy. SME owners were the target respondents for the survey, while I integrated technology organization environment framework together with the resource-based view theory to develop a theoretical framework for the investigation. The theoretical framework is unique because it has the capability of revealing factors that need to be focused on in order to enhance the level of Facebook adoption among SMEs and also the effect of Facebook adoption on financial and non-financial performance of SMEs. Results of the investigation confirm that Facebook adoption has enabled the SMEs to enhance their performance, both financially and non-financially, by 40% financial performance and 42% non-financial performance. With this development, SMEs can now stop any hesitation and comfortably adopt Facebook as their marketing strategy in order to enhance their business performance and reduce their failure rate. Thank you very much for your listening.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Idris, for a great presentations. Right, so again, we will give the judge times for evaluations. Okay, so we will switch the participants to speaker number 4. Okay, so please invite Mr. Zhang Xiaobo. So once the bell ring, you can start. All right.
Okay, in 1950, artificial intelligence started to grow since Turing, the father of artificial intelligence, posed a famous question: can machines think? The final goal of artificial intelligence is to let machine think like human beings. I think all of you heard about the AlphaGo. It's an artificial intelligence computer program that can play the game Go, created by Google. We call the game Weiqi in Chinese. And at the 2017 Future of Go Summit, the master version of AlphaGo beat Kejie, the #1 ranked player in the world at the time. So AlphaGo could learn how to play the game Go and beat the best human players. So I think it can also could learn how to do the investment and earn money for us. So my PhD research focused on how to build a question answering system to help investors to get useful information from thousands annual reports, news, and other investment knowledge, and to help the investigators to do the investment. In other words, my research is to build a personal investment assistant. Just like the AlphaGo, scientists convert the basic rules of Go to the in the language which AlphaGo could understand, and then AlphaGo learned millions of playbooks in just several days. It is impossible for human players. So just the same concept is applied to my research to build question answering system, we also need to teach it to how to learn knowledge and answering questions. So we divided 3 parts of my research: learning knowledge, understanding question, and answer the questions. First, we teach the knowledge to the teach the knowledge to the assistant. Investment assistant. Sorry, thank you.
Okay, so thank you, speakers, Mr. Zhang Jiaobo. Okay, so I give some times to panels for the times to fill the marks. All right. So our next speaker, Mr. Haruna Abdul. Okay. Okay. All right. So you may start after the bell rings.
Hello. Okay, please remove that garbage, the sweet you ate, and put it in the right place, please. This is because improper garbage collections is causing a lot of serious problems. And nobody wants to have a bad smell, even if you pack some certain things in the garbage. And there are a lot of e-waste that we have, like batteries, when it comes in contact with water, they might spark. And it causes a lot of problems, especially to children whenever they smell. And not only gas from exhaust pipe that may cause carboxyhemoglobin to the blood of humans, and definitely trash can do the same thing. And it causes air contamination, the environmental contamination, which is threatening the food security of human beings. The existing or the local or traditional method that being used to collect the garbage involve human beings, which we endanger their life also. And the existing models that was trained to perform garbage classifications and collections was trained based on the images collected inside laboratories and with clear background, while those exposed in a community in the wild definitely will not be classified perfectly. So in our own case, we're dealing with a situation whereby those models that will be trained should use the real images in the wild so that it can be able to detect. Even broken bottles, especially just children walking around in the environment, cannot just make a sudden jump and causes a lot of harm to them. This is what we did by making use of detection, segmentation, and classification of those images or of those garbages. Definitely, a lot of attention has been attached in the models that we make use of, and we're able to classify all those things. And our model can be leveraged making use of smartphones and CCTV cameras, even drones, that doesn't involve or endanger any human being. Thank you.
So, thank you. Okay, thanks. Great presentation by Mr. Haruna. Okay, so let's give 1 minute for the judges. Okay, so I will call the next presenter, Mr. Abu Bakar Abba, okay, with the title Analyzable Chaos-Based Design Paradigms for Cryptography Applications. Okay, so you may start when the bell is ringing, okay?
Okay, we use WhatsApp application on daily basis to communicate with, our families, friends, lecturers, and so on. Sensitive information are transferred through a network. So this information needs to be secured. To do that, that is what is called end-to-end encryption. The message is first transferred, it's first converted to a non-readable form before it reaches the destination of the recipient. Ensuring data security, data integrity, privacy, making sure that the data reaches the desired person and the integrity of the information, the correct message is being sent to the right person, is all the work of cryptography. Okay, chaos cryptography uses a mathematical function that is called chaotic map to convert this message into a non-readable form, so that if it transferred through a network, it will be safeguarded and it will be protected against the unauthorized users. However, there has not been, to date, there has not been, any chaos-based, real live implementation application for secure communication. A lot of this area of chaos-based cryptography has seen a lot of interest in the research community. But there has not been, any chaos-based, like I said before, chaos-based implementation application for secure communication. Based on literature, majority of the researchers focuses on, achieving security through highly complex design, which makes it difficult to analyze. And this compromises the standard of cryptography, which sees simplicity, analyzability, and security. This thesis aims to address these issues. Another issue is the researchers solely rely on statistical results. The existing chaos researchers rely on statistical results as the only means of the evaluation. This thesis aims to address these issues by proposing a chaos-based structure that is based on well-established cryptographical design. The proposed structure will be used for to design an encryption. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, presenter, for a nice presentations. Okay, so Judge, so how ready? So finish? All right, so thank you. Okay, next I invite the next speaker. All right, so Nur Izzati binti Abdul Qadir with the title Determining the Effects of Climate Change on Depressive Patients Using Long-Term Short Memory Approach. Okay, so you may begin when the bell is ring.
Do you still remember what happened in our country December last year? During that time, adults shouting for help, children crying hungrily and cold. It was a massive flood that happened in December last year, which caused many people to be trapped in that incident. Not only in Malaysia, there was also a devastating flood that happened in Pakistan this year, which caused damage to this beautiful country. Ladies and gentlemen, all these are examples of climate change effects that happen around us, which related to the increasing of global temperatures. Research shows that the increasing temperature could affect humans not only physically, but also can affect humans mentally, especially for depressive patients. It was reported that the increasing temperature could increase the hospital admission of depressive patients. However, this relationship is not clear yet and needs further investigation. Factors such as age and residency also might play a role in determining the relationship. Previous researchers tried to solve this problem using time series analysis. However, they only focus on examining the relationship but do not involve forecasting. So, this is where my research comes in, with the aim to design and evaluate time series model with the aim to formulate the relationship between temperature rising towards hospital admission of depressive patients and to forecast the increasing rate of depressive patients to the hospital. So let's refer to this infographic. First, my research involved two types of data, which are meteorological data and hospital data. So these two data will be combined into a single data store to process further. Then, AI-based deep learning model called long short-term memory (LSTM) model is developed with an explainable AI to examining the relationship between temperature rising towards hospital admission of depressive patients. This research not only stopped here, but also involved forecasting of hospital admission of depressive patients. So again, LSTM is used with optimization using genetic algorithm and hybrid with hidden Markov model. This to ensure the feasibility of the results. In conclusion, the implication of this study is a state-of-art deep learning approach that able to formulate and alert the impact of climate change to depressive patients that can help the authorities to prepare for the countermeasure and cooling procedure. Thank you.
Such an impressive presentation by Zati. Okay, so thank you, Zati. And we give some minutes to judges to fill the marks. Okay, by the way, please get ready, the next presenter. Okay, so Josh, so how? Everything's okay? All right, so next, I call next presenter, Nur Ismiza Ismail. Okay, with the title, Predicting Student Selections in STEM Using Machine Learning. Okay, so Ismiza, once the bell rings, you may start your presentation, yeah?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. A very good afternoon, everyone. STEM, Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics acronym was introduced in 2001 by the US National Science Foundation, which education curriculum based on science and mathematics discipline. In Malaysia, students can choose their STEM streams as early as upper secondary school, which they have to study further certain subjects such as physics, chemistry, biology, and additional mathematics. These subjects are compulsory if they want to further STEM in higher education. So why is the STEM issues in Malaysia? We have the question here, why students do not choose STEM? Recent years, the number of STEM students in Malaysia has been on a declining trend. Low enrollment of school students in science stream and lack of applicants for STEM programs in higher education lead to the insufficient graduates and workforce in STEM programs. So, what is the hypothesis? The hypothesis are demographics, socio-economic status, personal students' personal stats, qualification assessment have been among the previous researchers that have been reported that influence the students' STEM streams selection in STEM academics and programs. So, here where I came, I use machine learning to predict students, STEM or non-STEM students. I'm using self-supervised learning, which unsupervised data, where I'm using unsupervised clustering and semi-supervised learning using hybrid machine learning predictive model based on hybrid machine learning decision tree and decision tree and clustering added. So, the outcome of my research, is that we will predict STEM or non-STEM students with the produce a high degree of accuracy by using predictive models based on hybrid machine learning and clustering added. Thank you.
Thank you very much, speakers, Miss Noris Miza. Okay, so great presentations. All right, so again, now let's give the judge times, okay, to fill in the marks. All right, and okay, so the presenter number 9 is already here. Okay, so you can get ready. Okay, so Josh, okay, so all right. So now let's proceed with Liu Su Xing with the title Image Classification Methods of Breast Cancer based on Deep Migration Learning. Okay, so you may start once the bell is ringing. Yeah? All right.
Hello, everyone.
Mr. Okay.
I think image classification have two problems. First,
Sorry. Okay, so we need to reset the time. Yeah. All right. Okay. So you can start once the bell is ring. Okay. The bell is not ring yet. Okay.
hello, everyone. Image.
Sorry, Liu sitting. Just wait.
Image classification have two problems. The first one is the accuracy is not enough. The second one is requires large data set. So I use small data. My methodology is the first. I choose the that's model based on tension mechanism. I use the attention mechanism assign the second, I choose to level transfer learning is server small data. The data set is public sector. The last the three experiment nice design. First, I compare the model starting in this model with other classical model is or acceptance. For example, models that or request large data. Last, I continue to import the model in this article. I say the best attention mechanism is attention. That's all. Thank you very much.
Okay, nice try, Mr. Next, our speaker. Okay, so I give sometimes to the judge for marks. Okay, so there come our last speaker of the day. Okay, all right, so here is our last speaker, yeah. Okay, so Mr. Zulfikar Jabar Abd. Okay, so his title is Mobile Advanced Persistent Threat Mitigation Based Hardware Resource Usage Behavior. Okay, all right, so you may begin once the bell is ring.
I think everyone carry mobile phone in your pockets. Have you heard about financial scam? Financial scam is attackers phishing the targets to get confidential data. The impact is loss of organizational finance, reputation, or productivity. So based on Microsoft security research, the phishing attacks actually is increased year by year. Phishing attacks is different than spear phishing. Phishing attacks is attacking everyone, while spear phishing is attacking specific targets. So one of the cyber threats that employ spear phishing attacks is advanced persistent threat. APT is malicious, well-organized, multi-step with hard-to-detect techniques, anti-procedure, and target-specific companies for long-term network access. Therefore, my research is focusing on mitigating mobile advanced persistent threat through generating APT fingerprint due to lack of APT fingerprint or APT attack profile. In this, my research, the mobile fingerprint actually is generated through hardware resource usage, such as CPU, memory, and battery, using multi-layered comprehensive APT identification and protection situational awareness model called OODA. That's mean object, orient, act, and decide and act model that follows an IST cybersecurity framework. In this model, a new risk assessment model is proposed to quantify device behavior usage that in order to identify any suspicious activity. In addition, zero trust model is adapted to protect confidential data against advanced persistent threat. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Zulfikar, the last speaker. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, okay, so we have reached to the end, but before that, just give a big applause to all the 3MT participants of the day. Okay, so finally, we have come to the end of 3MT sessions, and I hope everyone will enjoy the sessions, and also stay tuned for the next session after this. Okay, so please, and till we meet again by next year, and so I give the mic to our MC. Okay, thank you very much.